My name is Leo and my register number URK24CO 2005. This is Object Oriented Programming Laboratory 23GG 2002. This is experiment number 3. So in this experiment number 3 I have totally 3 programs. The first program is about area calculation or use of two shapes, triangle and rectangle, using polymorphism. And the second program is about fuel billing application using interfaces and abstraction. And third program is about school department management using method overriding and inheritance. So this is the first program, shape.java. So over here I created a base class named shape, which has two protected variables, dim1 and dim2, and these are used to show the dimensions of the two shapes, which are triangle and rectangle. And this class also has functions like set dimensions, and it has a default method. It has a default function called find area, which simply prints a message saying that area cannot be defined for a generic shape. So this function, declaring this function in the shape class is very important because this function is will be overridden by the subclasses over here. So as you can see, I have declared two shape classes. One is triangle and rectangle. Both classes extends the shape class. So over here, both classes overrides the find area function, and in triangle class, after overriding the find area function, the formula of the calculating the area of triangle is implemented inside the function. Similarly, the formula of calculating rectangle is implemented in the find area function inside the rectangle class. So in the main program, I used only one reference of the parent class, and this is ex this is an example of using the polymorphism in the code. And as you can see, when I run this code, it asks the user which shape. So when I give the triangle, it asks the base and height and calculates the area. And it asks me the area of rectangle, and it asks the length and the breadth, and we are getting the value. And of course, if I give 3, and this is being done. So this is the first program which was done by the concepts of method overriding and polymorphism. And the second application is fuel billing application. And in these, there are many concepts. Unlike the last program, which has only two concepts, this program has many concepts like interfaces, method overriding, abstract classes, and abstraction. So over here in the start, I have created an interface called customer input, and it has one abstract method called get details. So if any class that implements the customer input over here, it has to explain or it has to define the get details function. So over here, so as you can see over here, the fuel billing app. So this class implements the customer input. So what I've said is, if any class which implements the customer input, it has to define the get details function. So as you can see, the get details function is being defined as this. So over here, I have created a abstract class fuel, which contains the common fields in a fuel billing like fuel name, state, and cost per unit. It also contains an abstract method called set cost, which tells every fuel type to define its own cost based on their state. And this set cost will be overridden by every fuel type classes. So here we have four types of fuel classes: petrol, diesel, kerosene, and auto LPG. Each of these classes overrides the abstract method which I have said before, that is set cost. So inside the method, like I have used a switch case to state maps like Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Karnataka to their corresponding or to their respective fuel prices. So over here, when I run this code, fuel billing app. So it asks me two options. One is generate bill and one is exit. So if I get generate bill, it asks me the customer name and I'm giving diesel and Kerala, and quantity I'm giving 7. So it generates a bill for me. Similarly, if I want to generate another bill, I'm giving so okay, I forgot to give the customer name. Okay. So I'm giving kerosene and Tamil Nadu 10. As you can see, the bill is being generated. So the option 2 is being generated. So this, so over here, the fuel billing app, it implements, as I said before, it implements the customer input, and the get details function, it reads the input like as we have seen while running the code, it asks the customer name and what fuel type and the respective state of the fuel type which they have stated, and the quantity which they want to store. So then over here, I create the class for the object for the set cost, and the calculating the total bill is approximately like calculating multiplication of quantity and cost per unit. So this is the second program. And the third program is school department management. So over here, I have created a class named department which has these many fields such as department name, HOD name, number of faculty, number of students, and number of programs. So in the base class, I've given the get details. So this get details function, it will ask the user the input. It will ask the details of the department like HOD name. It'll ask what are the number of faculties, the number of students, the number of programs. So this get details will ask the user input, and this display settings function will print out the data in a structured format. So over here I have declared three subclasses: CSE, AADS, and CE. So all these class call super function to set the department name, and super function calls the parent function, and each subclasses it overrides the display details because after printing every line, these three classes adds a line like adds a specialization line for each class. So here for CSE it's computer science and engineering, for ADS it's artificial intelligence and software development, and for CE it's computer engineering. So it overrides the display setting details in each class to add an extra line of specialization. And in the main function, I've created three objects as you can see over here with a menu driven features. There are totally three functions, three features: enter department details, display all department details, display department wise details. So as you can see, um, when I run the code, cool. So as you can see, it gives me four options. So if I give first option, it's asking me to which department. So I'm giving the C department. It gives actually Leo, a number of faculty, 100, 5, and as you can see, I have enter one. As you can see, I have entered the value for C department, and similarly, if I want to enter a value for another department like ADS, I can give HR name 10, 89, 20, and okay, as you can see. So if you want to display all the department details, so as you can see over here, so since we only inserted the input for ADS and CE, the details for the CSE department will be null, as you can see over here, because we didn't insert any elements. So if I want to display the department details wisely, like so it gives me an option like which department should I want to see. So over here I want to see the CE department. So you, as you can see, the details of the CE department is being printed. So it uses. So this program used the concept of inheritance and method overriding, as well as the basic concepts like switch case and do. So this is experiment number 3. Thank you.